Okay, so I'm gonna see if I'm coming in at all, and then I'm gonna probably regret not muting this. I'm gonna refresh this, make sure I'm coming in. Okay, I am coming in. Cool. So, like I said last time, we've got a lot of bullshit to go through today. But we're gonna start this off on a really nice and positive note, showing a woman from New Jersey who's got a spine. Shout out to Really Graceful. I hope you don't mind me sharing this video here. Uh, so I'm gonna hit that play. Did I lose the stupid? Oh no. Okay, so here we go.
My name's Erin Pine. I'm a nurse. I graduated from William Patterson in 2009 with my bachelor's degree. And for the last 3 years, I've been working at Stafford Township School District as a school nurse there. This year has just been crazy because of COVID. And so I've been, with the different schedules with my kids' school, I switched to the float position so that I could be home in time for my kids to get home. So I had the opportunity to visit all of the schools in the district. And so district-wide, I have just seen horrible things with these masks for the kids. In every school, I have not seen a single child wearing them correctly, or staff. And I've seen so much pain with them and suffering with just on a multifaceted level. Kids learn how to be adults by recognizing faces and facial expressions and playing with each other. And it's just not something that they're able to do this year, especially for the little kids. We have preschoolers 3, 4, and 5, 6 years old, of course, all of them, wearing masks. So just that part of it is awful. And then, we see the kids who are also having anxiety and having, depression in kindergarten and first, second grade that you just don't normally see. Something with they'll come in with just stomach aches and crying and having, nausea. I actually had a first grader come to me and say that she felt like something really bad was going to happen and that the mask made her feel scared. And when she thinks about it, her stomach starts to hurt and she throws up. So she was sent to me because she threw up in class, and she told me, "I'm not sick." She said, "I'm just really nervous." So, to hear that from a first grader it's just heartbreaking, and it's all day long. You see these kids who normally wouldn't be having this problem. They shouldn't have this problem. It's not something that, the masks unfortunately don't prevent them from getting COVID, because the viruses are so small that it can't be stopped with a mask, with cloth mask or a surgical mask. Even an N95 mask is not effective in catching COVID. So making these kids wear them for 6 or 7 hours a day is awful. Besides that aspect of it, you have that these masks are not being worn correctly. The correct way to wear a mask, you have to, wash your hands before you put it on. Touch it only in the clean spots of the ear loops, and you put it on your face. Then you don't touch the outside. You wash your hands again. You never touch the outside. The outside of the mask is supposed to be, considered dirty. So if you're touching the outside of the mask, now it's dirty. And if you haven't marked the outside of the mask, now when you take it off and you put it back on your face, that dirty surface is now on your face. Bacteria is very large, and so it's bigger than the pore size of the mask. So the bacteria gets clogged up. Instead of coming through the mask, it gets clogged up in it. And when you're not using and reusing your mask correctly, it's getting filled up with bacteria. All of that is growing in there, and just, the kids, they take their mask off and they throw it in their book bag, or they put it on their desk so they can eat their lunch or their snack quickly, and then they put it in their pocket or wherever, on the ground even, and then they put it back on their face. So this bacteria-filled thing is now sitting on their face for 6 or 7 hours. I had another student that came in to me and said he couldn't breathe in his handkerchief mask. He was using like a bandana type thing. So he had it tied up, and I said, "Well, take it off." So we put it down, and I said, "Why don't we put a different kind of mask on you?" And he said, "Okay." I said, "Take that one off." "I can't take it off," he said. He said, "I've been wearing this for 2 weeks." I said, are you serious? You're telling me that you've been wearing this bandana mask for 2 weeks? And he said, yeah, it's tied so tight, I can't get it off. So we tried to take it off. We literally had to cut the bandana off and throw it away. And we gave him a surgical mask to replace it. But this is the type of thing that we're seeing. They're not being worn correctly. Even if they were being worn correctly, they're not effective. But because they're being so inappropriately, unsafely used, it's really dangerous to these kids to wear them physically, besides all the emotional and developmental and emotional damage that's being done. So that's where I took a stand and I said, you know what, I need to let people know that I'm not comfortable with this. And so I did let my supervisor know that I was uncomfortable and that, I let her know my concerns for the health and safety of the students regarding the masks and of the staff, because none of them are wearing them correct either. So that my email to her was just to let her know of these different things and then to give her some education about the masks and how they're supposed to be used and how, what the real purpose is for them, and what's not supposed to be used for them. She responded with, well, it's mandated and we are going to follow the mandate from Governor Murphy, and that includes wearing masks. So I kind of was shut down right away on any kind of dialogue that could have been brought up and discussed about this. And so my next follow-up email to her was, well, I don't feel comfortable as a nurse following through with, enforcing this mandate that I know is harmful to children. And I asked her if I could follow up with the superintendent, if we could have a discussion about my concerns, regarding following a dangerous mandate and enforcing it for children when I know I've seen firsthand that it's very damaging and hurtful and harmful to children. And I didn't receive a response from that. So a couple days went by and it just grew more and more in me that this is wrong. We have to do something. Something has to stop. And I didn't think that voicing my concerns was going to make a difference. So I decided that I was going to do my own form of a protest, I guess you could say. On Friday of last week, I messaged my superintendent, my principal, and my supervisor, and I let them know that I was no longer going to be wearing a mask at work. So I went to work on Friday without a mask, and then Monday I went to work without a mask. Monday morning I was called in and I was told that I was being suspended and I was escorted out of the building. So that's where we're at now. And my goal here for this whole thing of telling everybody about the situation and is really to get people to wake up and to realize that this mandate isn't safe. It's not good for kids. It's not good for adults. It's not good for anybody. We shouldn't be following it. We shouldn't be doing this. It's harmful. It's dangerous, and we need to stop. We need to stop complying with this. There's a time when we need to stand up in civil disobedience and protecting children right now. That's what we need to do. So that's what I'm doing. I'm hoping that it will grow, that, people will rise up and start saying that they're not going to allow this anymore for their children or for themselves. So.
Absolutely. Well, I commend what you're doing.
Thank you.
Really
Okay, so basically there are two reasons that I played this video for you guys today. One is because I think it's important to be reminded of people that are standing up. Secondly, I think a lot of our discussion around masks and how they're harmful, I honestly think that a lot of us as adults, at least those of us who don't have kids, because I don't have kids, we don't really think as much about the impact on children. Now, later on in the video, it mentioned that, I don't know, I don't think we played that part, but the nurse told a story of a little girl that had vomited in her mask and wouldn't take it off because she was afraid that if she had taken that mask off, she would get COVID-19. And then the nurse was already talking about depression and anxiety and stuff amongst kids. So basically, this is state-sanctioned child abuse. No more, no less. And we're just, and a lot of people are standing by and watching it happen, or letting it happen. We all know how bad these masks are for adults, but are we really thinking about how much of an impact they're having on 2, 3, 6, 10-year-olds. You know.
No, because this is the time when kids are, learning to be themselves. And, from the very get-go now, they're being socially conditioned to be afraid of everybody and not touch anybody. And this is going to have a psychological effect on them deeper into life. I mean, as a child, that's when emotional trauma starts. So, I mean, these masks are really restricting any kind of freedom, any kind of individualities kids have. They can't see each other. It's dehumanizing. It's dehumanizing to the whole population. Don't get me wrong. But as a kid, it's even worse because they don't know what's going on. You tell a 2-year-old to wear a mask. I mean, they're like, why? And they keep trying to pull it off because it's not normal. That's crazy, huh? I 100%.
Yeah, and then the whole fear, it's not even just it's not even just the mandating of wearing a mask. It's why. It's the explanation as to why. Because obviously, the virus has a 99% survival rate. I think truthers and even some right-wing people have talked that subject to death. But just imagine being a
Yeah.
child and your parents are watching like CBS or whatever kind of shit is on the television, and you hear about how big and scary this freaking COVID thing is as like a 5-year-old, and then you go to school and your teachers tell you, "Oh, if you don't wear that over your face, you're going to get COVID." Like imagine
Well,
how afraid you're going to be of literally everything or ever taking the mask off. Like I don't know, but just the thought of a child vomiting into a mask and then walking down the
yeah,
hallway to the school nurse without taking it off, like literally a mask full of vomit. Like it's
yeah,
I think Jake just said it has nothing to do with preventing infections. And you're absolutely right, because if it did
yeah.
have anything to do with
No,
preventing infections, you wouldn't be wearing you wouldn't let no kid be wearing a fucking vomit-filled mask. You wouldn't be you would be going completely nuts if you just saw a kid take off a mask, shove it in their backpack and then put it back on. Like if anybody actually
yeah.
cared about or believed this for any other reason than the TV telling them, we wouldn't be people would be handling this much more properly. And that's if you even believe that masks are helpful to any of this, which I don't. But
Which it says right on the box that they're not. So, I mean,
yeah,
it's
like
just it's really ritualistic. It goes back to the Middle Ages, different forms of even like sadomasochism and stuff. They use masks, and it's a way of the controllers controlling us. To be honest with you, making us subservient to big government and these powerful elites that we don't see. It's a form of trauma-based mind control on definitely on the kids. That's for sure.
yeah, cuz I don't know. Well,
A lot of
kids
propaganda.
are
A lot of
kids
propaganda.
are the honestly, as horrible as the propaganda is for adults, kids are the number one target. Even all the way back in like older documentaries such as They Sold Their Souls for Rock and Roll, a lot of these Satanists and controllers talk about how important it is to get them while they're young.
Yeah. Yeah, because your brain is still developing, and like us, we can see past all of it, but like a little kid not can't always do that. A lot of them can't. So, kids are smarter than you think, though. So,
Yeah.
but
Oh, hi.
with something like this,
Miss
when fear
Massless
fear
says,
keeps thrown at you.
yeah. Miss Matchless, I just wanted to read her comment out because I think it's important. Miss Maskless says, "My nephew does not want a birthday party because he's scared of large gatherings." See, exactly what we're talking about.
Exactly.
Thank you for
Exactly.
sharing
Yeah.
that. I'm really sorry that that's happening to that poor kid. I
That's a
have
shame, man. It's a shame.
I have cousins that are like I have cousins that are in that range of 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8-year olds, and all I can think about is how many little Howie Mandels are going to be running around? How different is my little cousin going to see the world than I did? Like, I even think back to, like, I was a kid. I was a toddler when 9/11 happened. So I grew up in the
Mhm.
what do they call that? The post 9/11 world or whatever, where it was normal for me
Yeah.
to have to go through all this crap to go on an airplane. And my dad used to tell me about how it's, oh, well, in the old days, you could go on an airplane and your family members could say bye to you and all that stuff. I can't imagine that. And even that, like watching the news and being afraid of some faraway terrorist when I was like 3 or 4 years old was hard enough for me. I can only imagine what these kids must be dealing with, having to be afraid of bioterrorism basically from their own freaking neighbors because maybe their neighbor isn't an avid mask wearer.
Yeah.
Uncool Paranoia is sharing another story. She said her 3-year-old niece is not happy unless her mask is on. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, and then you get the other kids that are trying to pull it off at all times. So at that
Yeah,
age, yeah. Well,
Jake
I mean,
says,
hey,
yeah, really. Jake says everybody is so scared.
yeah,
I can see it in everyone's eyes. Yeah, I can too. Um And then, like, once in a while, though, because I have a job where I work with the public, I'll run into somebody who's like, oh, I can't breathe in this thing. It's stupid. And I'll be like, dude, take it off. Take it off. Like, as if I'm not around where anybody could see, I'll just be like, listen, I'm not the mask Nazi. I'm not going to ask you to keep your mask on. Don't bother. So that's like my little way of rebelling, I guess. Just out when people complain about the mask, I'll be like, take it off. I'm not gonna bother you about it.
yeah. Unfortunately, we live in a state where it's so people are bad.
Yeah, they really are.
They will scream at you. They'll yell at you. You know,
Yeah,
it's just they get like this pack mentality where they gang up on you. We saw the video where it happened in Staten Island, right? Where one lady was in a grocery store and they just started screaming at her and yelling at her to get out, cussing. As one lady, like not even
yeah,
like they could defend themselves. I mean, maybe, but it's not like like me or something where they could say something and at least I'm a dude.
yeah. Or even like they're always going after the people that are vulnerable. In their eyes, the ones that they could beat up or overpowered. So they're probably going after like mostly old people and women and like disabled people, whatever. Like just people that they know they can bully into compliance. And like that should say something. Like anybody who thinks that wearing a mask is the right thing to do, why why do you take such pleasure in inflicting pain on other people who don't do things your way? Like I know that I would get a lot of shit for saying this, but I really don't see how modern people are much better than like, you know, the people in World War II that were going along with all that shit. I don't see how people are much better. Not because it's gotten to that point yet, but because I know that the more people comply, the more likely it is to get to that point.
But it's the same social engineering they had back then that they're using today, and now it's even more ramped up and advanced. I mean, 24/7 you're being bombarded by all these fake news companies, that just pump it out. They pump story after story after story where like most people don't even know how to like handle that and they can't decipher the truth. At least we have uh discernment where we can figure out what's going on. but most people just, they're like goldfish. They'll go boom, 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 boom from one thing to another, and without, analyzing it and actually sitting back and being like, yeah, this isn't right.
Yeah, that's the thing.
People
I
go from
guess
day to day.
that's one of the things
Like,
that I have noticed that bothers me a lot. It's like, do y'all not remember back in, let's say, December 2019, when this whole psyop was starting? Like, how many videos there were, quote unquote, leaked all over the internet of people dying in their bowls of soup? Like, do you guys not remember that? And, like, more important, like, because it really is having the memory and attention span of a goldfish. Like,
It
I
is a
don't know
gold.
how all of a sudden we forgot. Like within the first month of the COVID coming to America, all of a sudden we forgot all those big scary things from China where people were literally dying in their bowls of soup. I don't get it.
Guess what? They celebrated New Year's this past year with a whole bunch of people. Meanwhile, we have this little pathetic Times Square, like with people in their little cages, and there was purple everywhere. Remember that?
Oh yeah, that was ridiculous. They're flat
Planet
out telling
Fitness. It
you.
was just like,
They're flat out
yeah,
telling you that
Saturn,
shit.
yeah, purple, yeah, royalty, the color, yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was very visual. Yeah, it was very visual. The purple was everywhere, and then you see purple everywhere during the Super Bowl too. Past years, they did it
Yeah, it's
big with the
everywhere.
Prince thing.
More and more.
When Prince, they had the tribute to Prince, where they made the big hologram of him, where he didn't even want that after he passed. They did it anyway.
Oh wow. Yeah,
So,
I remember I'm seeing a lot of
yeah.
that hologram stuff lately. Like, it just
Well, that's
goes
probably
back
how they're
to.
going to trick people into stuff too with those holograms.
Oh, I'm
I
sure
wouldn't be
that, and
surprised if the one thing what you were talking about wanting to do a show on, they might use that. But that's
yeah,
getting off
could be.
topic.
Yeah, we're not gonna get into that one right now because that is gonna be that does need to be its own own podcast.
Yeah, you guys already got that one handled. I'm backing out of that one. I'll
Uncool
stick to what I
Paranoia.
know.
Uncool Paranoia says, "It's amazing how so-called history teachers are connecting the World War II dots." Yeah, it is. I mean, plus, like, not for nothing, but we learn about that like every goddamn year in school, or at least I learned about it when I was in high school. I learned about it all the time. There was always documentaries of that particular event. There was always something going on with that. And somehow nobody is sitting here thinking, "Hey, wait a minute. Isn't it weird that police are beating the crap out of people for not wearing masks? Isn't it weird that all these states are passing all these detainment bills? Isn't like how is nobody? It's not even just history teachers, although history teachers have a certain amount of responsibility, and obviously a lot of them aren't very smart to be teaching and not realizing that. But I don't know. It's just it's mind blowing to me that we don't seem to ever learn from our history. And then
We
Uncool
never will.
Paranoia.
We never will. We never
No,
will because they like to they write their own history. History is written by the victors.
that's a good point. Yeah, that's true.
They've been changing history probably.
Since history was
There's a lot
starting
of
to be
history but
recorded.
we don't even know about that they changed. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yep.
we only read what's in the books.
Uncool Paranoia continues saying, "We went from 14 days to flatten the curve to show me your papers in 1 year." Oh yeah, and I think it was one of our shows. Did we cover the whole vaccine passport thing at all? Because I know we were covering how they were flat out
I don't
telling
know.
us at this point that we're not ever getting back to normal.
Yeah, that was the first show. Yeah,
Yeah.
they told us flat out we're never going
Yeah,
back.
they are. And now
And
you have a lot of
they said it
states.
was
Oh, go ahead.
they said it was a conspiracy theory that when we said COVID stood for certificate of vaccination identity, cards. Uh, jokes on them, huh?
Yeah,
We're the
Mark
crazy
says we
ones.
did. Mark said we did mention that in episode 1.
Okay, thank you, Mark.
Yeah, thank you.
I get into it, so I don't always, remember. I'm just trying to go, 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 go.
We've got plenty more with the tyranny going on. I honestly think, because I read this thing, I think I might have mentioned it in in one of the last 2 shows I did, where I was just I just believe that ultimate uh the ultimate goal here, if let's say somehow they get their entire goal before either Jesus comes back or something else happens, like their goal is to get us living in what I call a teleworld. Everything, our whole interaction with reality will be done through a screen, through electronics, through sensors, and all these things that you never you'll basically, the whole idea is to never leave your house. I've even seen a couple of like big tech people talk about, like a few years ago they were talking about that we were less than 5 years from never leaving our house again. Also, speaking of the effects of COVID stuff on children, we actually have another article about the COVID effects on children. This one is about the vaccine. Now, now they're doing vaccine trials on fucking 6 months olds. Somebody on Twitter, I don't remember who it was, sent me or tagged me in a post about a doctor signing their kid up for the vaccine trials, and then later on, Sean showed me this ABC News article that we're gonna read together for about what they're doing with the 6 months olds. By the way, if you don't think that this is at all Nazi-ish, like, we're literally experimenting on children. Parents are literally signing their kids up to be experimented on for the greater good. Explain to me how this is just. Explain to me how that's not a repeat of some really terrible things in history. I'm gonna pull this other one up because I got this ABC News article. Yeah, this stream is definitely gonna get taken down. You're right.
Yeah,
I'm
you didn't
surprised
even
that.
you forgot all about what I told you before we even started it.
Yeah. Ah, man. You know what it
And
is, dude?
you're not even trying to just not say stuff.
You know what it is, dude? Like, honestly, I've really been thinking about this because I know for a fact that this channel is not gonna last long. And it's not gonna matter
It
what I
could.
do. It's not gonna
It
matter
could.
what I do. I just want to be honest and genuine. Like, I can't. I have trouble censoring myself. Like, I have so much trouble censoring myself to the point where, like, I have literally started recording videos and had to scrap them because I would try to come up with these little code words for things, and I would either struggle to stick with it, or I would just get so frustrated hearing myself refer to a pandemic as a panda that I'd just get pissed off and stop. Alright. Yeah, this is ABC News
Pandemic.
article. Yeah. Okay. So we're not gonna play this because I don't think ABC News is gonna like me very much if I do. So yeah, let me see if my screen is up. Oh, whoops. It should be.
Yeah, I
Okay, it
see
is.
it.
Yeah. Okay, good. Um. All right. So children as young as 6 months old now in COVID vaccine trials. The next stage of trials will involve placebo and treatment groups. Children as nearly 140 million American adults have received at least one dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, we inch closer to herd immunity. Vaccine makers Pfizer and Moderna have moved to the next phase of the fight against the virus, studying to see if the vaccine will be safe and effective for children. Children under 18 make up 85 million of people in the US, about 20% of the population. Dr. Ivan Maldonado, professor of pediatrics, says, and epidemiology and population health at Stanford University, told ABC News, getting them vaccinated is now a major contribution to reducing the transmission of the virus. Oh, on another note, real quick. Did you notice that Stanford study that was talking about how masks are not very effective was apparently disavowed now? I
Yeah,
posted it.
I don't doubt it. The
Yeah,
masks have never been effective. When have they ever been effective? It tells you right on the box they're not effective.
the only thing that they are effective in is stripping away
Is
more of
maybe
our
some spit
humanity.
flying or something. Maybe
Well,
some
yeah,
spit flying I can see, but like, the particles are so small. I mean, if you're gonna get it, you're gonna get it. And especially if you're sitting in that thing for 8 damn hours, not breathing regular oxygen, you're more susceptible. I think you'll easily get it, as opposed to somebody that's not wearing one.
yeah. Plus, you got to think about how much, like even what that nurse was saying, how much bacteria is gonna be sitting on that mask when people put it on. Cause I don't know
It's
about you, but
gross.
I know that there was a point, like my dad keeps his mask in his pocket. He keeps one in the glove box of his car. I don't know how often he cleans it, but the fact is that that's not how a mask is supposed to be. And it's not even just my dad, it's most people that I know of that are leaving their masks sitting in their pocket, sitting in their car. Some of them are sometimes the mask.
Hanging from their mirror, hanging from their rearview mirror.
Yeah, I've even seen people like pick up the mask from the ground and put it on their face again. Like it's
Yeah.
crazy.
Where's like they said in the beginning, where's the biohazard containers?
Exactly.
If this is the Spanish flu or the Black Plague, come
Yeah,
on.
that would be my first question. Like I remember even when I got a new pair of glasses a few months after this thing began, um they had biohazard baskets, not for masks, but for the glasses after you were done trying them on.
How about that article? Remember about the glasses? People who wear glasses are less likely to catch it.
Yeah, I saw that. I'm not gonna read. I'm gonna be a little bit more
Like, just
careful
shut
since
up. It's like, just shut up and don't even bother breathing.
yeah,
That or
breathing is
just
gonna
make
get
it
you
quick.
sick.
Just make it quick and painless, because you guys are really starting to get on my damn nerves.
Also,
Like,
I
I don't believe any of it.
I'm not going to read what Sarah Foster just said. Because
Yeah, no, I see that.
I should be a little bit more careful. You're kind of right, even though I'm having a little bit of trouble, you know, censoring myself properly.
I mean, and hell, it's a live stream, so the chat, does talk amongst themselves. So,
Yeah, but
you know,
Sarah has a good point. Like that's really
yeah.
true. That certain doctor would really approve of what's going on right now. He would.
Oh, I see that. Yeah, absolutely.
Sarah definitely got that point.
Yes, she does.
Man. Yeah, so now we got freaking babies. Babies. taking these jabs that we don't like, and we've already seen how bad of an effect that it's having on the adult population. Can you imagine what it's gonna do to babies?
Yes, I can, because the one person that got the jab had the miscarriage 3 weeks later.
Yeah, so I'm thinking there's gonna
And
be something.
also from the breast milk with the new mothers and the newborns, they're drinking in the vaccine. But nobody knows what's going to do to them yet.
Oh my
I mean,
god.
I believe they've had it. I believe they've had it ready to go for years. I don't know how experimental it is. Like, I don't. I mean, I think it's experimental on us. Absolutely. But I mean, they've had some idea of what it's going to do. They've
Well,
been working
yeah.
on it for a long time. They've worked on this. They've worked on this whole thing. Yeah, it's been going on for a long time. I mean, they started out with SARS back in, I don't even know how long ago that was now. And this is another strain. So,
Well, this I had set aside for a different show, but I'm gonna show it. I guess first we'll get through this article real quick, cause it gets worse. This article gets worse. So today, kids as young as 6 months old are taking part in trials for both companies' vaccine with their parents' consent. Good God, these parents. Dr. Zenata Good, a research fellow at the Stanford Cancer Center, enrolled both her sons in Stanford Hospital's Pfizer trial. We thought participating is a really good way to protect our kids so far because the V has been tested in a lot of teenagers and so many adults, and it was shown to be very safe. We felt pretty comfortable to participate. You know, I have no words for any medical professional, any quack that would sign their children up for this that has not even existed a full year yet. I simply don't have words for that. So,
yeah.
Real quick, Jake says the yeah, those proteins are dangerous to people everywhere around them.
I
I
don't
would
know.
I do look at them. I do kind of, the more I learn about this, the more I do kind of feel like those people probably are infectious. It's kind of a good point.
More and more people seem to be getting it after that. So I don't know
Yeah,
yet. We'll
seem to
see
be
what
getting
happens.
something. Her son,
Yeah.
Soren, is one of the youngest in Stanford Hospital's Pfizer trial. At only 7 months old, he received his first shot last week. Good said he's doing well. Soren's older brother, 3-year-old Andel, also got the shot. He had a sore arm for like a day and was a little bit low on energy for like a day. His mom said of his reaction to the jab. Good is an immunologist who studied the virus at length. She said she and her husband are confident in the safety of the vaccine. It would be wonderful if we knew how to communicate better the benefits of the vaccine. The data is very clear. Those who get vaccines like this, mRNA vaccines at least, they are protected and they don't really have any real side effects nor any long-term consequences. Uh, what do you say? What do you say? What do you say to that? 7 months old. 7-month-old and a 3-year-old. What? What?
7 month and 3-year-old, huh?
Yeah, 7-month-old and a
That's
3-year-old.
crazy. That is wild.
I am
That is
sorry.
wild. I could not even. I would never do that to my kid. No way.
I don't have kids.
I mean, I think it's a good time to bring kids into the world right now, anyway.
Yeah, I don't know. But like, listen, I don't really have or want to have kids myself. But even if I did,
I do, but
but
yeah.
even if I did, I don't. There would be absolutely no way that I would ever sign them up to be part of an experimental drug trial. Especially not one that especially not one that like they didn't even really have animal trials or any sort of real
Rats, guinea
approval.
pigs.
Yeah. They didn't even do anything with that really.
That's what we are. That's what we are.
Yeah. That's all
That's
a
what we
meme
are,
was.
right?
Yeah.
We're the rats. We're the guinea pigs. The rats are laughing at us. Like that picture of the two rats talking.
Yeah, I was just thinking about the same thing. I have to find this.
Like it hasn't.
Yeah. We don't even know what the long-term effects are going to be, and people are just willingly lining up and saying, "Well, it's going to get us back to normal. All I got to do is give up my give up my health to go back to normal cuz I want to go back out to the restaurants and eat hamburgers that are probably not even real meat
See
at
if
this
these
point."
No, it's not going to be soon. We know that. But I mean, if these doctors were real doctors, they would be telling them to take the vitamins, eat fresh fruits and vegetables, zinc, any kind of good herb, but they don't. They just say, "Oh, wear a mask, blah blah blah." Screw
Yeah,
your
why
immune
not?
system. You're still gonna get it.
So
They live in fear.
I went and found this thing here that I'm gonna show to you. This is actually this luciferase, which is the mRNA therapy, the gene modification is not a new thing at all. This particular patent that I've clicked on here is the earliest priority date, which means when the at the very first time that the patent itself was filed was on July 29th of 1987. And
Yeah,
this is essentially your first
publication 1989.
yeah,
Look
gene
at the date.
therapy.
10/18/89. Wait, no, wait. Hell.
Oh no, I'm trying to find it.
10/18/89. What
Trying to
happened?
find
What?
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, but this is the
Wasn't
one
that
I'm
the
looking
date?
at. What date for
Or was it November? It was November 18th, right?
this
Never
one?
mind.
This one was. Cause this is the earliest one I could find. I'm trying to find where the publication date on this is. Okay, yeah. So earliest priority was 1987, and then February 1st, 1989, I believe. Or sometime in 1989. I don't remember how they do the date formats here. But this is not a new thing at all. This is just something that they're now foisting onto the public. They probably, which actually in some ways makes it worse because then they know if you look at that and then you look at the VAERS data, it's very clear that there's something serious going on here. That's not just, oh well, we just needed to
Yeah.
do this really quick. It's about the
Yeah.
population. How to get some of the
Yeah, and Lucifer is in everything right now. Like that, the symbolism is everywhere. The
It
show
really is.
Lucifer, the thing with little Nas X, all that. It's Lucifer's everywhere. And then this stuff is even, way worse than that. Even probably they're all bad. I mean, they're all not of God. That's for sure.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I keep like not reading the rest of this stupid article. It's killing me though. Like this stupid like how as a parent. I know I have some parents that are watching this right now. What do the parents in this chat have to say about someone signing their freaking 7-month-old up for this crap? I just
Should be ashamed of themselves. That's what they should
yeah.
be.
That's all you can really say about it is like, shame on you. Just I just what else can you say other than just if my stream is not going to be taken down for what I've already said, it would be taken down for what I want to say to those parents. I'll leave it at that.
Nah.
So, on top of that, watch this. Watch them lie straight to your face, even more in this article. So not only did they lie by saying that, the data looks really safe, but it's also said, they also said, they said that it's incredibly rare, but anyone can have an anaphylactic reaction to it. But it's so rare they couldn't even give us an example. This LACOR or whatever. Dr. Angela LaCour. Oh, sorry. Dr. Angela LaCour's 3-year-old daughter, Eloise, is also participating in the trial for young children. She said she feels strongly that the vaccine is not just about keeping her child safe, but other children as well. We were so lucky to have a healthy child and that she's able to be part of this, LaCour said. But I think knowing that there are so many other parents out there whose children are vulnerable and maybe struggling, her being a part of this and helps make, oh my god, the way this is written makes that it's a reality for other family, and as a mom I can't imagine what the fear must be like for them. We're just so proud of her. LaCour said she was told about potential side effects. She says, quote, they said it's incredibly rare. So rare, but anyone can have an anaphylactic reaction to it. But it's so rare they couldn't even give us an example, LaCour said. Side effects were not something
sure.
I was very concerned about, but it also brought us a lot of comfort that we were doing this across the street from the hospital. Both families said they understand the potential risk of taking part in the trial, but believe that any risks are far outweighed by the potential benefits. These vaccines have been shown to be extremely safe and appear to be highly effective, Maldonado said. My hope is that we will see the same thing with children. And then here's your fear porn. COVID-19 has killed over 573,000 Americans since the pandemic began. Fewer than those than 150.
How many had heart disease, right?
Yeah, how many had heart disease? How many had diabetes and spent their lives eating McDonald's? And like, how many people were
How many
just
got
not?
eaten by a shark,
Oh no,
abducted
no.
by aliens, ran over by Bigfoot?
But being eaten by a shark, sharks only eat people that have COVID-19. Don't you know that?
Yeah.
But like, listen to these numbers. any parent that might seriously be considering signing their children up for one of these trials really needs to read this part here. And that's even if we trust the number. COVID has killed 573,000 Americans since the pandemic began. Fewer than 450 of those deaths were under the age of 18. And you are signing your children up for an experimental drug that could very easily terminate them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. Amy
Not much to say there.
Gatkick says, I'm a parent of two. Any parent
Gasket, yeah.
that volunteers their children for this V does not deserve to be a parent. 100%. Thank you very, very much.
I agree with her.
So yeah, thank you for being one of these parents that wants to chime in. I know Uncool Paranoia also, was, and she's asking how many of these people had pneumonia. Oh
Yeah.
no, Uncool. Apparently people get pneumonia because they had the C19. That's how it works. How many of them got
I
into a
think
car wreck?
It's from all the bacteria in the mess, to be honest with you. But let's
Yeah,
not talk about that.
Yeah, that pneumonia comes from the
Bacterial pneumonia? Yeah.
100%. That's probably what it is. But don't question it. Just take your it's just easier for a lot of people, I think, to just be like, let's just take this and then we'll go back to normal.
You know what?
They-
It's where these people don't have to take any responsibility. They could just walk through life and act like nothing's going on and just, do their day-to-day, 9 to 5, blah, blah, blah. Be nice. I mean, you know what? I think it would be too scary for these people to actually wake up. They would just shrivel. They wouldn't know what to do with themselves. It's bad enough that I have to deal with this all the time and think about it, just like all of us, but at least we're out here spreading it, to people that
Yeah.
don't get it. I mean,
You
right
know-
now, like our room right now, we're just we're preaching to the choir. They know all this. We all know this. But, I would like for, at least some people to get it that aren't getting it. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's why
I
I'm
don't know
doing
either.
this. That's why we're doing it.
Yeah, the thing
Yeah.
that used
what
to
are you gonna do?
remember when Jeff used to cover like some of the things that people would say about conspiracy theorists, and they would talk about how the conspiracy theorists are just like doing this because they want to feel smart, or doing this because the world that they have they feel like it's giving them more control over the world or whatever. When in reality is the complete opposite of that. It's a lot scarier. You live a much more fearful life when you are not a quote unquote conspiracy theorist and you don't know what's going on or why. And the only people that are telling you what's going on are people like Don Lemon or whatever, and they're just they're not even telling you the truth.
Don Lemon.
Like imagine telling me that I'm scared of reality when I'm not the one who is still afraid of whether or not ISIS is gonna come bother me from the other side of the world. I don't know.
Yeah.
I have trouble like wrapping my mind around this logic sometimes. But yeah, aside from that, 450 of the entire death rate of the C19 is children. But apparently, the whole reason that we need to possibly harm our children, our healthy children, is because children can become infected. Children can transmit to other people. they can actually become symptomatic as well, Maldonado added. So yes, it doesn't seem to act the same way as it does in adults and older children, but it definitely does infect them and they can actually transmit to others. And Dr. Steve Plimpton, the principal investigator for Moderna's trial in children, said the major concern is that kids can unknowingly infect other people. Which is why you have to scare them so badly that they vomit in their masks and don't take it off because they're afraid of it, right? Alright. So I think that this is about as far as we need to go in this. Apparently they're going to, it says here that they're going to follow the children just to see what the long-term effects are. But just holy crap, I cannot imagine. I just can't wrap my mind around, like, why it is that parents that are supposed to be, parents that are supposed to be here to protect their children first and foremost, are signing them up for these trials where we don't and these children don't understand what's going on. They're just going by what the parents and the doctors told them. So they have no idea. What's her face just posted a video not long ago where she shared the story of a 12-year-old that got extremely sick and almost got terminated by this whole trial thing. And I just can't sometimes. I really just I can't understand it. Miss Maskless says, I had to talk to a lady today whose mind control was March 2020 level. It was so painful. Yeah, there's still a bunch of those guys walking around, the people that are still just as afraid of this as they were in March of 2020. Again, it's this whole short attention span thing where they don't remember, they remember the fear that they were supposed to have from March 2020 onwards, but they don't remember they don't realize that it's I don't know. They don't realize, they don't remember the important part. They don't remember the way that this whole thing was set up of oh well, people are dying and people are dying in their bowls of soup and people are transmitting it everywhere and everybody's getting sick and oh my god, remember that movie of Contagion? It's like that. Oh man.
Well, hell, also, I mean, every day, certain people are watching the news, so every day they're, gonna start thinking something else, and meanwhile, the whole time nothing has actually changed.
Yeah,
When they
I
think
don't
it's
know.
changing, but it's not.
Yeah, I genuinely don't know how other people function when all they do, they get up in the morning and they watch their CBS. I get up in the morning, have my coffee, and try not to get myself stuck in whatever bullshit. But could you imagine getting up before you go to work or something and listening to freaking CBS? What kind of mood that would set for your entire day?
Hell, did you hear what you just said? You said CBS.
Yeah,
That's what it
exactly.
is, BS.
Yeah, you see
Yeah.
it all the time. It's the best place to see the BS.
What is it? Columbia? Columbia? Right? I think it's Columbia is the first word. What is that? That's not good either.
Oh, good lord. The District of Columbia. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And, if y'all want to know how they're getting people to get, their little V in New Jersey here, Governor Phil Murphy will tell you.
Bucky Beaver?
Yeah. Mr. Ed, Bucky Beaver, whatever you want to call him. He's our favorite Horse
Wretched
face.
creature from the
Yeah.
depths of hell.
Yeah. Yeah. He's gonna make an interesting crackling sound in the fire when he gets thrown in, isn't he? I'm sorry. Or
Wow.
add to stream. But yeah, look at this. New, we're launching our shot and beer programs to encourage
There you go.
eligible New Jerseyans, ages 21 plus, to get vaccinated. Any New Jerseyan who gets their first V dose in the month of May and takes their V card to a participating brewery will receive a free beer. Oh my
Hey,
god.
I lost my V card a while ago, Hell. I don't need another one.
I didn't want to. Alright. So,
They could keep it.
my question is this. Like, why would I want more poison? Why would I want more poison when I already put the poison in myself? Do I have to poison myself?
I
Do I have
know
to
the reason.
like? I mean, I don't know,
The
man.
reason I
right
stopped
now,
drinking was so I didn't put poison in myself. I want to put triple the amount of poison in now. If I get the vaccine, the beer, and a shot. Oh man, sounds good to me.
Hey, wait a
And
minute.
and let's get a vaccine, and then we're having the side effects, and we'll have a beer right while we're having them. That makes sense.
Yeah, because then maybe the idea is to make it so that. Oh, also, is anybody gonna point out the fact that alcohol? If you drink alcohol while you're sick, you're gonna feel worse. So how does giving people beer
Yeah, it's a
when
blood
they
thinner,
get their
right?
yeah, like how is giving people beer going to why is that an incentive? I mean,
I don't know.
think about
I'm
this.
worth more than a beer and a shot.
I don't know. I think it's just a beer. I think the beer and shot's just a play on. Hey, if you get your shot, you get a beer. Also,
Yeah, you're right. A shot and a beer. Yeah. Yep. Because it says receive a free beer. It doesn't say a shot.
beer
Yeah.
for fear, Miss Massless says. Yeah,
But
let's
there
make that a
was
hashtag.
another state that would actually give you a shot of your choice of liquor.
Oh yeah, and then like there's a couple of other states that are giving people like their like marijuana. I think it was California or whatever. Damn it, where's eyes to see when I need them? All right.
I don't know.
Also, there is speaking of your V cards, there was another one that you showed me, Sean, that I think we're gonna have to go through because sometimes you just don't know what to say. Of course, this is This is NJ.com, which is our number one source for obvious news. Good news. I just want people especially people that live here in Jersey, to look at this headline for a second. Just take a moment to let that sink in. Just to show you how dumb Governor Murphy and his propagandists think you are if you happen to live here in the great state of New Jersey. My dog ate my COVID vaccine card, and that was just the start of
My
my
dog
ordeal.
ate my homework.
Look at the dog. Look at the dog. Look at the face of regret on that dog. This is the dog who's like, God damn it, why did I do this?
Oh, the dog's looking
Ah,
at his owner like, oh man, why
yeah.
I can't have a better owner.
Yeah, it's like dog is like, man, listen, I'm trying to help you right now.
Yeah.
So the
Not a dog would have bit him before they got the vaccine.
nurse who handed me my vaccine card after my second COVID-19 vaccination shot offered me some pretty sage and now quite prescient advice. Make sure to keep this in a safe place, she said. You'll probably need this in the future. To do what? Leave your house? I thought, like,
to breathe.
yeah, to be able to take your. Oh wait, no, that's right. You're not supposed to take your mask off even after you're vaccinated, right? Still not safe. Still not safe. Oh man, I missed something. I want to quickly read this. Uncool Paranoia says that her brother's wife doesn't talk to her anymore because she tried educating her about forcing her 3-year-old to wear a mask. It's child abuse. She just couldn't believe it. Terrible.
Yeah, I remember her talking about that one. Yeah, yeah.
Oh man, Miss
The pandemic
Massless said,
puppy, the 10-month-old pandemic puppy. This rambunctious yet adorable puppy who ate my COVID card, my vaccine card.
Miss Massless said that dog is like, I did not go near that shit. Oh,
Right?
yeah, you're right. Probably not, man. The dog, look at the dog. He's like, I did not do that, man. That's on you. That's not my fault. I ain't that stupid. Less than a
Yeah.
week after my second dose, I found out my 10-month-old pandemic puppy. Do I want to click on this link to know what the hell that means by pandemic puppy? Because I'm sure this is another agenda. I want to see this real quick. I can't help it.
I don't know.
Pandemic puppy.
Pandemic puppies.
Pandemic
Pet
puppies.
adoption stores.
Oh wow.
Animal lovers have nothing but time. Well, yeah, because you took away all small businesses, you asses.
Oh yeah. So like, what happens when these people can no longer afford to feed their goddamn pets? Or, I don't know.
This girl's like, yeah, I wear my mask while I drive around in my car. The cat's the only one that'll kiss me. These guys like Sean are like, nah, girl, your IQ level ain't at mine.
Yeah, I think Jake in the chat here said oh, it's an IQ test, and I couldn't agree more. Cause like, I don't
Yeah.
know about you guys. Have you guys been seeing a lot of double maskers? Cause I know I have. Like,
I
I've been
seen
seeing
somebody with one of those giant face shields and a mask underneath it.
Oh,
That
I've been
was a
seeing
good
that
one.
a lot too.
Yeah.
It's retarded. What are you gonna do?
Do you basically?
Yeah. All you can really do is just pretend that people are like all you can really do is just go about your goddamn day. That's all you can do.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. I have to. But yeah. Look, I just, dude, look at this cat. Look at the cat in this picture.
What's wrong with the cat?
Look at this fucking cat.
I like the cat.
No,
The chick's
but
cute
look at
too.
no, but look at this. Look at the cat.
Who is this
Look at
chick?
the cat.
Ariel Stefanik? Yeah.
Dude,
Tell her
look
to
at
tell
the
her to
cat
hit me up.
though.
Hit me up, girl.
Do you really want somebody with that low of an IQ though to be? I don't know.
How do we know she has a low IQ? All she's doing is adopting a pet.
But I don't know. She's posing for an article on NJ.com.
Oh yeah, true. Good point.
No, but look at this cat. Look at the cat just looking down in shame. She's like, lady, do not try to kiss me right now.
You
Don't do
adopted
this.
me? I'd
I'm
rather
like,
be. I'd rather be back in the shelter.
she's like, what? This is probably the type of girl that would feed her cat vegetarian cat food.
Soylent Green.
Yeah. Oh, you saw the article about how they're trying to get people to get rid of their pets for global warming, right?
No.
Because that's going to be their next thing. But anyway, I guess we should probably try to finish this. I gotta stop
Look at the
judging
dog.
people.
Go back to the dog. I love the dog.
Oh my god. Look at that. She's like, I didn't do that, man. Stop lying. I didn't do it. I didn't do nothing to your freaking vaccine card. My 10-month-old puppy.
Ollie's like, all I do is try to lick my own nuts. Leave me alone.
And she's like, listen, you try. This is what you get for trying to put one of those dog masks on me, lady. Like, what did you expect me to do? Like,
For real.
okay. All right. Now that I've gone off on that tangent today,
There we go.
Less than a week after my second dose, I found my 10-month-old pandemic puppy with half the card in his mouth and half of it scattered about around the floor of my room. In a fit of boredom, Ollie had climbed my desk, grabbed the card, and went to town, as puppies sometimes do. I can't believe this is a legitimate news story on NJ.com.
I can. NewJersey.com is the biggest rag out there.
God damn it! Like, I would never. Could you imagine, like, legitimately, if this story actually happened? Could you imagine having to go to your government and be like, "I'm sorry, my dog ate my COVID-19 vaccine card. I need a new one because I can't go into my grocery store now."
Yeah, they're gonna 3D print food, right? So that's just 3D print NewJersey.com toilet paper.
Yeah. Oh, lucky you, uncool
The Franken
paranoia.
card. It's a Franken card. Read that. That's funny.
Lucky you, uncool paranoia. She hasn't been seeing too many double maskers. I've been seeing a lot more of them than I'd really like to admit right now.
I see
Damn it.
people walking down the highway with a mask on. So yeah, I don't blame.
Sorry. Okay. This stream has gotten me going on this like emotional roller coaster where whatever it is that we're reading either makes me really angry or it's just so ridiculous and stupid that all I can do is laugh. Like I can't. Like there's no
Sorry.
in between for me right now. No, it's good. It's just
Read the
I guess.
go back. Go back.
Oh wait.
Most of the pieces still there.
Yeah, I found it. With most of the pieces still there, I cobbled together a Franken card with tape. Something good enough to prove I'd been vaccinated, but still wonky enough that you could tell it had been a dog toy for a hot minute. This wasn't the first time Ollie, a lovable lad mix adopted from St. Hubert's Animal Rescue in Madison, had eaten something important. My glasses, a credit card, a MacBook charger have all been teething toys, but it was the first time he'd eaten something I wasn't sure how to replace. CDC recommends that you take a photo of the front and back of the card as soon as you receive it. Gov Murphy has said you should laminate the card. Experts are divided on if that's a smart move or not, and you can buy plastic sleeves online. So, let me get this straight. This lady knows full well. Do you think that she might have used an eaten MacBook charger as an excuse not to do her online schoolwork? Oh, I'm sorry. My dog ate my MacBook charger. How many times do you think this has been an excuse for something now? This is probably why she keeps that. This is probably why she just never learned from leaving her shit
She
around
shouldn't even be
everyone.
allowed on the internet.
Yeah, obviously not. Oh my god, could you imagine? Could you imagine if her laptop was plugged in? Like how do people like this even allowed to have dogs? If they're gonna let them chew on electronic cords.
I don't know.
Individuals can reach out to their vaccine provider depending on the site and may be able to get a replacement card. Nancy Kearney, a spokeswoman for the State Department of Health, told me it's unclear if mega sites will issue new cards. I think we're good on this. It's just the fact, basically, the only reason
And it's
I
talking
care.
about
What?
it's talking about going like to a Mets game and all that down there. This is your
Yeah.
first card, the gate agent at my first Mets game.
Oh yeah.
Taped together square on my phone screen. Wait, what happened to it?
Right
I
here.
figured a taped up, slightly mangled card was, well, not good enough. I have a puppy, I said sheepishly, pointing to Ollie's nose in the background of the photo. He had tried to eat a card a second time while I was snapping the pic. Oh, Wow, you think you would have learned the first time there, dumbass? The gate agent laughed at me. Well, we're laughing at you too, lady. We really are. Because
And
obviously
you,
you're a brain dead sheeple.
I wasn't gonna read any more of this, but I feel like this is kind of an important thing to point out here. Have y'all noticed that like they're kind of like working little things into this, funny little article about how, oh, I was gonna use this vaccination card to go to a game, you know, like as if
Yep.
they're slowly
That's why
trying
I
to
said it.
normalize. Yeah, that was a good catch. So like they're normalizing the idea that you're going to need a card proving that you complied with whatever shitty advice they gave you to be able to go to a game or enjoy any aspect of your life. Oh my god. So,
Well, I don't need to go to a baseball game then. I'll go play my own.
honest to god, I would rather watch paint dry than watch baseball anyway. So, no
I
loss
like
to
it
me.
because I grew up on it and I play it, but yeah.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm a hockey player, but I can't. I
I'll
can't
just
stomach
turn the
baseball.
idiot box on and watch it if I really need to see it. You know,
Yeah, and no, you get your
just turn my
that
I'll
way.
just turn
That
my
way you
mind
can get
control
your
on. Yeah.
That way you can get your dose of cancer without having to go to a vaccine center to get. I mean, I'm sorry. Oh
Yeah.
man, I
There
can't
you
help.
go.
I can't help myself sometimes. All right, what else have we got here?
What are
There
you
was
gonna do?
one more that you wanted to. Yeah.
Uh,
Sean
there, uh,
had.
do whatever you want. There's a bunch of them.
Yeah. Do you want to do the? You want
I
to do
like.
the old
Yeah,
bridge
you want
one?
to do the one? Okay, I know what you're talking about. Sure, sure.
All right. So before we do this, before we do the next one that I have, we're gonna do this old bridge one because local. This is a local area to Sean, so
Yeah.
stupidity continues
It's an
at the old
opinion
bridge.
too, guys. It's just an opinion. It's just an opinion.
It's pinions. Everybody has
Just like
pinions.
us. This is opinions.
We're allowed to have opinions as people that pay absorbently high taxes here in the great state of New Jersey. Okay, so because this is
Hmm.
your local thing, would you like to read it for us? I've been reading most of this stuff.
Yeah, I guess. It's Old Bridge that joins the growing number of schools returning to a dystopian and somewhat deranged version of in-person schooling. Old Bridge schools have grade school kids exiting the building and lining up on the parking lot curb, eating 6 feet apart, while their jailer or teachers aid monitors distance, for safety. And here's this guy's tweet, Bill Spadilla. He
Spadia.
says, "Eating dirt is fine. Period. Actually, it's what they should be doing, period. But the fact that it's done out of fear of a cold virus that literally doesn't hurt healthy kids is criminal. Fire the superintendent for being weak and stupid. Anyone paying attention to how ridiculous this is." Okay, so and now it says,
You
given
wanna
the
look?
fact that children and young people under the age of 20 have almost zero risks from COVID, and the fact that it's been proven over the past year that teachers are safer in school than other full-time workers, and the fact that asymptomatic, aka healthy kids, are not super spreaders of disease, that makes no sense whatsoever. Beyond the nonsensical nature of this behavior enforced by another weak and ignorant superintendent, there's the danger of psychological abuse these kids are enduring. We have talked about this. I agree with them. Teaching kids fear one another as disease spreaders is both scientifically misleading and emotionally damaging. Kids should be taught to value themselves and their peers. Today, they are being taught to fear others and hide like cowards. It's not good enough to blame the governor or his henchmen at the Department of Education. It's not good enough to use fear of losing a job as an excuse for doing the wrong thing, especially when it comes to protecting and empowering children. Every superintendent in New Jersey should be fired and prohibited from working education again. Same goes for any principal and administrator who turned a blind eye to this outrageous abuse. In this case, superintendent is David Cittadino, who at least last count was making more than $176,000 a year on the backs of the taxpayers. So you're stuck working 2 jobs to make ends meet. The NGEA is making it difficult for kids to be back in school, and when the kids finally get back, they are treated like diseased criminals. Thankfully, some local government officials are fighting back. Mark Rizzoli in Old and Pamela Richmond and Howe are among the voices of reason fighting this outrage. They joined me on the show to help rally parents to fight back. It says, if you are disgusted with the treatment of our kids in New Jersey public schools, send your pics to me through the free New Jersey 1015 1015 app. And let's raise the tension level so these corrupt and weak administrators can't get away with this for much longer. All right. Well,
So hey, this is a good
what do you think,
thing.
Hal?
We've now been able to show 2 examples here on this stream of people standing up a little bit here. This is good. I think that this is a good thing that people are doing. If anybody who is from Jersey sees this stream at some point, I would encourage you to go ahead and send pictures to that superintendent, any parents that might have their children in those school districts. So, yeah, sometimes I really do just want to give up on I really do just want to give up on on Jersey sometimes, but then once in a while I see good things. Michelle Nielsen says, I really miss Jeff Z, his way of telling things. I
Yeah,
don't think
we
anyone
know.
else will ever come close. Yeah, I know. Trust me. I'm definitely not somebody who thinks he can replace Jeff Z.
No, not at all.
Nope. So I got what else do I got
But
here?
we're here, so we gotta do something.
Yeah, it's like just because we can't replace him, just because we're not gonna come close, doesn't mean that we should just sit back and do nothing.
No,
Like
he lives in all of us, and we want to
Yeah.
keep his memory alive and everything he's showed us over the years.
All right.
Without
so,
him, we wouldn't be here. We wouldn't all be here together either, friends.
All right. Also, so this is interesting. This is an interesting one. Another one that Sean sent me. Sean has been like the person, just so you guys know, that has been finding a lot of these articles. I guess on the bright side, less than half of Jersey wants to really re-elect Murphy, according to this article.
No, it says he's got 57% approval rate. Apparently, from what I saw
How?
earlier.
How does
I don't
this
know.
man have that high of an approval rating? Like, yeah, he
No
just.
clue.
I
'Cause
saw the other
our
article.
state sucks.
Yeah, the people suck. It's like California, but that just gets like California and New York, but it gets less credit for how retarded it is.
Yeah, it's highly liberal. Yeah, 50 cents. Yeah, see there it is. 57 approval rate.
Oh my god.
57%.
Look, I don't buy these polls very much usually, but like in Jersey,
Honestly, with a lot of people I see posting, I don't know. They probably do. I don't know.
yeah, that's what I was about to say.
A lot of
It's like
people
I
are
don't.
behind them. A lot of people, half are against, half are behind them. So I'm not sure. Sounds about right.
Yeah, that's what I was about to say. Like typically, I don't trust these polls, but given how stupid our state is, I kind of believe this one.
I also do a lot of research and a lot of reading. So from what I see online, so I mean, yeah, a lot of people do support everything that they're doing.
A new poll shows
But it
the
also,
majority.
goes on to say that, yeah, go for it.
Yeah. A new poll shows that the majority of New Jersey adults approve of the job Governor Phil Murphy is doing, though his rating has dropped 14 percentage points from his sky-high marks last April when the state was in the early stages of the corona pandemic. Oh, I scrolled down a little too far. Sorry. Meanwhile, a little less than half of the Garden State's adults support the Democratic governor for a second term, as he runs for re-election this year, according to a Monmouth University survey released Wednesday. The poll shows that 57% of adults approve of the Democrats' performance, while 35% disapprove. That's down from 71% approval and 21% disapproval from last April. Leaders often receive higher marks at the onset of a crisis, and experts expected Murphy's numbers would drop. This is Monmouth's first poll on his job approval since then. Still, Murphy's latest rating is 16 percentage points higher than it was in September 2019, when 41% approved of his performance. My God. Murphy has a pretty strong job rating according to going to his re-election bid, said Patrick Murray, director of Monmouth University Polling Institute. However, New Jersey voters are a fickle lot, and a good number will sit on the fence until we get closer to the fall campaign, in case things go south in the state. About 88% of his fellow Democrats approved of Murphy, down from 92% of last April, followed by 48% of independents, down from 69, and 21 among Republicans, down from 45%. Registered Democrats outnumber registered Republicans in Jersey about 2-1. Oh my God. How do you approve?
Democrat
How
or
do you-
Republican, yeah. Like, what does it matter? This guy sucks.
Uh, what do you say? What do you even say to like seriously? How are people sitting here right now thinking like that destroying the entire economy over this virus with a very small chance of actually killing you? How are people? I don't get it.
I don't know.
There's not even really much that you could say about it at this point. Like, I understand that Murphy is like pretty good. Like, I think a lot of it is that Murphy knows his audience. He knows that there are things that the audience wants to see. Right? So like
Yeah.
for example, he just pushed to legalize the marijuana. And now he's giving it like in another
Yeah, which
article
took
you
him how
sent
many
me.
years to do?
Exactly. Like how long has he been in office now?
It's the only reason he got elected in the first place.
Yeah, because I think he realized
That's why they
that
elected him in the first place.
Yeah, that was basically the whole. If I remember correctly, that pretty much was the whole thing he ran on, wasn't it?
Yeah, he's done a piss poor job of doing
Yeah,
everything,
he has. He's pretty much
especially
destroyed.
that.
Pretty much destroyed our whole economy too. On top of that.
Yeah, and then wants to ask for bailouts from the government
Yeah.
when he's the one that, small businesses are ruined. So many of them in this state and everywhere.
Yeah. Now I guess to improve his optics a little bit, I'm gonna go through this other article that you sent me because I think you sent me something about him giving a bunch of small businesses some loans, right? Earlier.
Yeah, it's just a small article. Yeah, you can check it out if you want. Definitely.
So this is their Here we go. Again, we gotta read freaking NJ.com. I feel like we're probably, who knows?
Hey,
Maybe
that's where it all comes from. That's where it all
Yep,
comes
that's
from.
what it is. Murphy signs 15 million
There you go.
in federal aid for small businesses as nonprofits struggling with COVID crisis. New Jersey businesses and nonprofit groups. What?
What
You
I
good?
wanted to say was, you're signing this now, this $15 million when everything's gone already. Like, what's the point? How many
Well, the
more small
point-
businesses need it? Like, a lot of them are shut down.
Well, the point of it, like I was saying earlier, was optics, really. It's about looking good. It's not
Yeah.
about actually doing good. But it's because he knows full well that New Jersey, the majority of New Jersey, is sheep. It's all sheep. So, sheep are going to be like,
Yeah.
but the Governor Murphy gave a like $15 million federal aid for small businesses. Also, $15 million for like all the small businesses. Like if you're gonna bail them out, actually put in the effort to bail them out. You get enough taxes from this freaking state to like give them more than that if that's what you're gonna do. Yeah, sheeple gonna sheeple. Yeah.
Hey, I'll
But
be
now-
back in
but
1 minute,
now-
all right? Keep going.
Yeah.
Hal,
But-
keep going. I'll be back in a minute.
Okay. Gotcha. You want me to pull you off here real quick? Okay, never mind.
No, I stopped the camera.
But yeah, now it's like, oh well, shit. I guess I better make it seem like I care about small businesses. And that's what this is about. This is about optics. For anything else, it's optics. So I'm gonna finish reading this article while we wait for Sean. The relief is part of a 100 million in federal aid Murphy's administration has directed at different businesses that have struggled over the past year. The money will be distributed by the state's Economic Development Authority. New Jersey small businesses were particularly hard hit by the ravages of COVID-19. Murphy said in a statement, "This legislation, along with 3 additional bills I signed last week, and one I will sign in the near future, will go a long way towards helping hundreds of state businesses keep their doors open as we recover from this year-long ordeal." Last week, Murphy signed a $25 million aid package for the restaurant industry and separate legislation that made arts and cultural venues eligible for $15 million in federal aid. Murphy signed the legislation at the Jam and Crepes in Princeton. Restaurants are currently able to operate at 50% indoor capacity. The state has also relaxed the rules to allow them to expand their outdoor footprints and serve alcohol outdoors. But officials said last week that about a third of restaurants in the state permanently shut down during the pandemic, and some 90,000 people were laid off throughout New Jersey. So this is what I'm talking about when I say it's all about optics, because it's already too late.
Yeah.
The damage is done. There is nothing that you can do. And okay, so even if you are helping those now that are still here, what about those people? What about the people that are probably already either on their way to losing their house or lost their house already? Or what about all those people that you fucked over because you wanted your little power trip? And that's it. That's all you wanted. It was all about, you already got your power. You already got people depending on the government dole. You have fucked this entire state to death, basically, at this point. Uncool
That's a visual.
paranoia. What?
Right to death. I said, you have them to death. Right to death.
Mr. Garrison.
I said that was a visual.
Yeah.
I
I'm
could see
sorry.
King Murphy with his scepter. Right to-
Don't make this worse, please. Oh my god. I can't stop thinking
Sorry,
of Mr. Garrison
thought it was
since I
funny.
said that. I can't stop thinking of Mr. Garrison. I'm gonna hit him all to death.
That's yeah. That's
That's what Governor Murphy said. That's what Governor Murphy said when he was like, when he decided to close all the businesses. Oh, I shouldn't be laughing at this, but god damn it. Alright,
can't help it.
yeah. This is killing me. Like, 'cause all you can really do is laugh about it, 'cause like, fuck, you know? It's just crazy.
Hmm.
Oh, man. So, I think that's about all I have in the way of things. I guess we had a slightly. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do that, let's talk a little bit about the moving of the goalpost now. Because, we talked a little bit about in the last New Jersey show how, uh, the vaccine is gonna get us back to some semblance of normalcy, but it's never going to be normal. And then now they're saying we need a third booster shot. And here we're gonna go straight to NJ.com once again, cause NJ.com is always here to tell us the important things. Third COVID vaccine dose likely needed within 12 months. Pfizer CEO said. Did you really think that it was just gonna stop when you got your C vaccine the first time? Did you think you were gonna be able to get
I
your
think the
life
people
back?
did.
Yep. You thought so? Let's see.
Not
Those who
me.
receive a
I ain't
second
taking it.
dose of the Pfizer coronavirus vaccine will likely need a third dose within 12 months, a company CEO said during a panel discussion hosted by CBS. A likely scenario is that there will be likely a need for a third dose somewhere between 6 and 12 months, and then from there will be an annual revaccination, but all of that needs to be confirmed, and again, variants will play a key role. Pfizer CEO Albert Bourla said, I lost my place. Said during the event called CVS Help Rise Live, the race to vaccinate. CVS posted video of the event on Facebook Thursday. Borla said the findings will still need to be confirmed, but that a need for annual vaccination against the coronavirus is likely as well. There are vaccines that's like polio, that one dose is enough. There are vaccines that are like pneumococcal vaccine.
The Monaco.
That one, yeah, I don't know how to say that.
It's okay. It's a hard one.
One dose is enough for adults, and there are vaccines like flu that you need every year, Barola said during the panel. Of course, they're going to compare this to the flu because they've been doing it for a while. It's like,
What
it's
flu?
almost like that, and the flu are exactly the same thing.
I wonder.
You gotta wonder, man. You gotta wonder.
No, I don't ask questions. I just believe everything. I trust the science.
Yeah, you gotta
I
trust the
trust it.
science.
I trust it.
You see, the flu and COVID are different because it can. The COVID just happens to affect people that die in car wrecks, get hit by a bus, struck by lightning, and eaten by sharks.
Yeah.
Much more than the flu does.
And it's scarier too. Way scarier.
Yeah. And you gotta have your religious zealotry. You gotta. It's Copeland 19. That's one of my
Copeland
comments.
19.
That's one of the comments on the last stream said Copeland 19, and the only way to cure it is to blow the vax of God.
Yep. That's fun.
Good man. Anyway.
Yeah, that was the one we did on Friday. That was a good one.
Yeah. That was definitely a good one. I didn't expect it to go that well.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got through this part. Pfizer and its German part. Of course, the Germans are involved.
Hey, I'm German.
I'm sorry. I can't help it sometimes, man. I don't mean to laugh. Pfizer and its German partner BioNTech announced earlier this month that its vaccine was 91% effective against symptomatic disease and was even more protective in preventing severe disease. In a recent study of 927 confirmed COVID-19 cases, detected 77 were among people who received the vaccine, and 850 were among people who got the dummy shots.
I thought 927 got dummy shots.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think the numbers might be a little bit wrong.
They all were dummy shots, weren't they?
Yeah, some people got dummy shots, others got dumbass shots.
Yeah. The dumbass one is, sometimes people take the road to Damascus.
Yeah, they take the road, and you got like Pfizer's headquarters here, and you got your mass vaccination center right next to your Burger King, Taco Bell, and the Krispy Kreme that's giving you free donuts, right?
Yeah, I could definitely go for a free donut right now. I love poison.
Get your shot. Taste all the donuts we got. Hey, isn't obesity a risk factor? Oh, don't worry about that.
You'll be
you got
dead in a year anyway.
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
worry.
Uncool Paranoia says, selling your soul is never as easy as they make it seem. Oh no, but Uncool Paranoia, you can sell your soul for a donut really easily. They just happen to have a Simpsons episode where Homer did just that. Sarah Foster, I'm really glad that you trust science too. It's very good, because you're supposed to trust the science. I don't want any science deniers on my stream. If you're science denier, you get off my stream.
Yeah, you trust it. Trust the plan.
You trust the plan. Yeah. Hey, by the way,
Operation Warp Speed.
when is Trump supposed to be back in office, guys? Do we have any of those people around?
I think they pushed it back to the end of May, maybe June. I don't know.
Yeah, I thought I heard something about May. I forget whose video it was in though.
Yeah, don't worry, he'll be president soon.
Oh, god damn it. I'm still so aggravated because I obviously, when I said, like, I think I mentioned it in the last stream where I was like, where I had to like do a mea culpa and say I stand corrected when I said
Yeah,
that,
you did. That was on Friday night. Yeah, that was on
yeah.
Friday night.
I'm still mad about that because it was like, come on, I tried to give humans a little bit of a chance here. I really did. I thought, this whole Q thing was gonna die off and people were just gonna not be stupid. Maybe people would wake up. But I was wrong. Oh my god. So anyway, also there's something like really interesting that I noticed. I want to do a video on just this eventually, like this whole language game that they've been playing throughout this whole thing, because I think it's a big symptom of a deeper problem. But do you notice the language that they use when they say these things? It's cases detected. And if we know anything
Mm.
about fucking PCR tests, what were the admitted numbers of false positives again? Like fucking 25% or something? And that was just what they
Yeah.
admit. And then you got fucking fruit testing positive and shit.
Can of soda.
Yeah. Oh, I got COVID-19.
A leaf tested positive.
Yeah, so all of Canada is positive. A fucking leaf.
My dog got COVID because it was carrying around a stick.
Yeah, I got COVID-19 because I was drinking Coca-Cola.
Ollie got COVID from eating up the vaccine card before.
No, but the vaccine, when he ate the vaccine card, I thought it would protect him from the COVID. Yeah. The storm is coming. Trust the plan. Believe me, Uncool Paranoia. I'm fully trusting the plan. I don't know where you would get the idea that I wouldn't be. I trust the plan. I trust it. Donald Trump is gonna drain the swamp. He's just working on it now. He's just saving the children.
Yeah.
He's saving the children, guys. Saving the fucking children.
Aren't they in cages still? Thanks to Biden. Thought he was supposed to save them.
No, but Biden. No. Because see, Biden is managing the crisis at the border.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. He's really managing that crisis very, very well.
Yeah.
Good fucking lord.
Well, I mean, he loves children, just not the same way.
Oh yeah, no, he really likes the smell. he loves the smell of off-brand shampoo on 5-year-old's hair.
It's a sniff test.
Yeah, man, like you gotta understand something. He can smell COVID on people, and when he smells the COVID in a woman's hair, he stays away from that woman. It's his only way of really knowing.
Yeah, that's the only reason he puts his hands on shoulders and sniffs people's because he's trying to. He's like a COVID dog.
Yeah,
He's a sniffer.
they couldn't
And it's-
afford to train the dogs to be able to properly detect COVID, so they decided to do. They decided to train humans instead.
Yeah, they trained him because he can't even remember his own name. So yeah.
No, it's like Joey, come here, come find me, spot the COVID, Joey, come on.
Hey,
Come on, buddy.
Dodo bird, come here.
I don't even think Joe knows where he is half the time.
Nah, he did his speech and he's walking off the stage. Yeah.
No, and they're like, you know how they probably get Joe back on the stage? You know how you can get a cat or a dog to follow a laser? They're like, no, Joe, look, over here, see, look, come on, come back.
Did you see the video last week where he lost his mask yet again? He was looking in his book and then he finds it in his back pocket and he's like, "Whoa, I got it."
He's like, oh, he's like,
His wife comes
Joe.
over and tries to help him find it.
He's just like, come on, Joey, I got you the Spider-Man one and everything.
Hey, hell, leader of the free world.
Does he even remember what planet he's on? Because I don't know if he should be leading the world if he doesn't remember what planet this is.
It's probably Uranus.
Yeah, it's somebody's anus.
Kamala's Uranus.
I feel like, oh man, he can shove his COVID test swabs right up there if he wants.
Watch out. Hell, watch out or I'll get corn pop on you.
Yeah, health not a plan denier. No, I don't deny the plan at all to to drop the anal swabs on Uranus. Oh yeah, it's the plan altogether. Next thing you know, that's gonna be how they're gonna be like, yeah, there's a more effective vaccine, but you gotta take it up the ass. Especially if you're a man.
I bet so many guys will do it.
Joe
They don't s-
Biden. Oh, Joe's biding his sweet time because it's running short. Good one, Sarah. Ah,
And then we got then we'll have our first woman president. So there you go.
are you sure? Are you sure about that? I'm not so
Uh,
sure about that.
I don't know. I think so, but I don't know.
You never really do when you look at those people. You never really know. I mean, you know what? Could be worse. You know, we could be getting like Nancy Pelosi. I heard that she's like fucking third in line or something like that.
Yeah, she
Nancy
is.
Pelosi is basically female Joe Biden, if you really think about it.
I don't know. She's a ghoul.
And she always forgets her mask too. Ha!
Yeah. She
Jake
forgets
says,
how to put
oof.
together a sentence. The
Yeah.
coherence is strong in those two.
The force is strong in this one, and that force is called dementia. The dementia is strong.
The demented duo.
Yeah, there you go. It takes two of them to form one coherent sentence. Oh man. Anyway, so
So-
yeah, they're basically trying to. You knew this fucking booster shot shit was coming, right? You didn't need us to tell you. Nobody should have needed us to tell them that there was going to be a third shot. Like this is going to be a yearly thing. You know, yeah, even Jeff, when Jeff was around, was saying that. Like it's going to be a yearly thing. There's always going to be a booster shot.
yeah, and you know what? He was right all along.
Yeah, Jeff is gonna be like a George Carlin of our time, where like the longer the longer he's gone, the more his words are really gonna resonate with like everything going on. It just becomes more and more true. Oh
Yeah,
man, I'm
if
gonna
only
miss
more
that
people
man
listen.
forever.
Only more people listen.
Uncool Paranoia is wondering where Obama fits into all this.
I don't
I
want to
don't
talk about it.
fucking know. Like, you know what? Let's just give Obama just a little bit of credit here. At least he knew how to form a sentence with the help of a fucking teleprompter. Nobody else after him really did do that. And
That's
then
true.
Miss Massless says that she thanked George Floyd. Pelosi thanked George Floyd. Yeah, she did. Imagine being such a clueless white liberal that you thank George Floyd for getting
For
killed
sacrificing his life.
so
Right?
that you can like I don't fucking know.
I don't want to talk about that friggin' psyop.
Yeah, that's a whole different psyop for a whole like that's not even really worth talking about at this point. It's been talked to death.
Not on a New Jersey show.
Yeah, right. Oh, you know, I don't need like sometimes I just wonder. Sometimes I just wonder what it would actually take for people in New Jersey to to actually see what's going on. Like, are they literally going to have to be slapped in the face with the COVID-19 vaccine? Like, is
That,
this an actual? I don't know. It's gonna either be the anal swabs that are gonna be the vaccine, or it's gonna be like you get smacked in the face with it.
hmm.
Well, damn sorry. What are you sorry for, Miss Maskless?
Oh, the George Floyd thing. That's
Oh
all right.
well, no, it's okay because like it's just kind of. I mean, we were. I wasn't wanting to get into the whole thing here, but you know, it's not. It's it's just. It just goes back to what I always kind of joke about how the politicians are getting like more and more obviously senile and controlled as time goes on. You know, we had Obama, and Obama at least had a certain charm to him. We had Trump, and you could understand why people like Trump, even though he didn't always sound like he was the brightest bulb in the lamp. But
Yeah,
now
he
now
said
we
some
just
things
have,
people were thinking, I guess.
yeah, and then you have Joe Biden, where there's literally no thinking with him at all. Like you can't even follow a freaking sentence out of his mouth. It gets to the point where like sometimes I'll watch these stupid edited clips where like they some people edited like one of his speeches together or something as a joke. And then I'll like go and find out that like something that I thought was edited was actually something that Joe Biden said. And I'll be like, well, fuck. Like, fuck. Like, this is the guy that's the leader of the most powerful country in the world, and he can't even string a sentence together? What is that? Like, obviously, America doesn't have the best reputation these days, right? But, like, what does that say about us as a freaking country? That somehow, whether you believe the election was fair or not, that somehow we managed to vote that guy in. Like, I don't know. Anyway,
Got me.
I guess that's probably about enough my ranting for one night. I feel like this
Alright.
show was just a long succession of ridiculous rants because this place gets so ridiculous every day that for some reason
Yeah.
we're the only people that are saying,
Well,
"Hey, this is a problem."
yeah, we definitely have some articles though that we didn't touch on, so we could save them for another show.
Yeah, that's a good point.
I think there's some we definitely missed some, but yeah, that's fine. It's been a
Yeah,
couple
because it was
hours.
just well, Cornflip was a bad dude. Yes, he was. I don't
Corn Pop. It was Corn Pop.
Corn Pop.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
Corn Pop was a bad dude.
He ran the pool. I had hairy legs. I love me
Uh,
hairy legs.
oh man. Yeah, let me see what else we had because we are about 2 hours in, but I don't know.
Yeah,
I feel like this time I
I
got
got some
super
energy.
derailed.
I have energy left.
Yeah.
It's up to you.
I mean, I feel like I got myself super derailed because every time I hear something that they're doing for children, I'm just like, these motherfuckers, and it just sends me into a whole flying rage. just rolling right. It's
Yeah, I
like
don't
just
blame you.
rolling right down to the pit of hell every time I read these freaking NJ.com articles. I just get so pissed off. In fact, this whole freaking show series was born out of me getting pissed, you getting pissed off and sending me an article, and then me getting pissed off enough to do a stream on it, and then now we have a whole series.
What can I tell you?
What
Welcome
can you
to New
tell?
Jersey.
We hate you too.
I call it the Garden of Hate.
It's the Garden of Eden
The
after the
Garden
curse
State.
fell. It's
Yeah,
the Garden of Eden after the curse fell. Yep. So I did the. Okay. Well, yeah. So there's a couple of them here. You're right. Aha! Here's one that you sent me, or one of us sent this. Oh yeah. I think I sent two. I sent two of them to you. And then I guess
Mhm.
now we need a little dose of like reality now that we kind of went through the whole narrative thing. Like obviously we all know this, right? We all know that the states with the strictest lockdowns ruin livelihoods without saving lives. We know that like Texas and Florida and all these things, like obviously they were playing into a narrative a bit, but like, they were the ones that were here, that were out there, saying fuck you guys, we're gonna open our states up. And now we get the lockdown. Now we get the lockdown consequences. I feel like maybe we should eventually just do a show on the consequences of lockdowns here on like specifically in our state.
I have a lot. I have a lot for that. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I don't know. What do you think? You want to go through one or two more of these, or do you think you want to just like you want to maybe go through more of these next week?
I do like want to do one or two more. Yeah, that's fine. And then we'll worry about it next week. Yeah.
Down with the American. Oh, down with the American Medkill Association. Yeah, right. Correct me if I'm wrong, guys, but isn't the symbol for the American Medical Association like a snake or something? Let me see.
Yeah. And yeah, snake and needles, right, and stuff. Yeah.
Let me see.
It's wrapped around. Yeah, it's wrapped around a yeah.
It was something like that. I don't know if it was them or it was one of these fucking like I don't know, one of these groups. Oh yeah, look at that. I'm such a boomer. I can't keep track of my own tabs. Down with the American Medical Association. Here. So yeah, do you guys like when you go to a doctor, do you want to trust the guy who's beholden to the people that literally have a symbol that looks like this? Is that
Sure.
what you want to do? That's who I trust to save my life. Literally, the people that are, whose symbol is based off of a thing that is literally poisonous to people. Perfect.
They keep you alive and around as long as they can make money off you.
Yeah, it's not
That's
healthcare.
why they'll never give you a cure. They'll keep you just healthy enough and sick enough to make money.
Yeah, that's why all this cancer research, for some fucking reason, somehow it hasn't gone anywhere in like
Nope.
what,
Never
50
be a cure
years?
for that.
Still people's only options like chemotherapy and shit like that.
I
Somehow.
guarantee you these billionaires and Hollywood celebrities have cures for it all though.
Yeah, like how do you else do you explain like how they live to
Yeah.
be 80, 90 years old?
And Cher is in her 70s and she looks like she's in her 20s.
What? Cher is in her 70s?
Yeah, you didn't see the picture of her recently? Yeah. She looks just like she looks
Fuck.
better now than she did when she was in her 20s. How is that possible?
What the fuck? Let me see.
Yeah. I don't even know if you could pull it up. But there's a side-by-side picture of her now from when she was young. And she looks like she hasn't aged at all. There's others like Hollywood celebrities like that too that look like they haven't aged.
How is
this
this
her
lady a
recently? Is this her
I-
recently? She's like 73 years old.
Here.
I don't know what's the most recent one there.
Yeah,
She
look.
put Cher at 73.
Adrenochrome, man. I'm telling you.
I mean, I don't know.
Or I don't know
Who knows?
either, but I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't.
Probably demonic stuff, like, selling your soul to the devil.
Yeah, I mean, look at Kenneth Copeland too. Did you know he
I
was
think
like
that
fucking
one down on the left is like a recent one. I'm not sure.
what? This one here?
Yeah, I think so. But even so, like, I mean, I
How
don't
in the
know. Even
name
that
of?
one, it looks like she's old, but 73, that's pretty good, I guess.
She looks like she's 40 at most.
Yeah, like there's
Like,
no wrinkles, there's no nothing.
look. Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah. That's her when she was young. Looks like she got younger over the years, doesn't it? Like Benjamin Button, like type shit.
Bruh.
Reverse aging. Yeah, even that
Yeah,
one,
that
70-year-old, that one, it tells you right there. I mean, I don't know. She's all caked up and shit, and facelifts, but I don't know.
Yeah, dude, I don't get it. It creeps me out. You know who else is like that?
Because in her 20s, she looked like she was in her 40s, so I don't know. It's weird.
You know who else? You know what other
Trying to
celebrity?
think of who else.
Here, I'll show you.
Suzanne Summers didn't age either. Uh,
See if I can find this.
Beck.
No, Beck, like the singer Beck, cause like,
Yeah, I know who you're talking about. I know who you're. Yeah.
fuck. I'm just gonna. I'll use Google. I'm using DuckDuckGo right now because I like to think I have something left, but I know I don't. I don't know how I got myself lost on this whole tangent thing, but I really did. Like, look at this guy. This guy has not aged in 20 years. He has not. 20, almost 30 years at this point. He looks literally the same as he did in 1994. There's an older picture of him. And then
Yeah. Yeah. I
this
could
is
see
him
that.
now. And look at his
Yeah, I don't know.
eyes. His
Yeah.
eyes look really unnatural too. Look at that.
Yeah.
Have you seen eyes like that? Those look like
one's way further apart. Yeah. One's
Yeah.
farther. Yeah.
Yeah, and they look like snake eyes. Like they look like they're artificially colored or something. Like I don't know.
Something weird going on with his face.
Yeah. So basically, somehow we ended up into the whole celebrities don't age thing. But holy shit. Okay.
It's true.
I don't know, man. I don't know. So yeah, we have more of these though. I'll try to get through one or two more of these. I don't know how I don't know. Today has just been very much my associative mind at its worst, and my rant and me just getting really angry and ranting about what's happened to children and everything like that. So I'm gonna try, but I wonder how many. I'll just say one more thing on this. I wonder how many of these celebrities, if we really think about it, how many examples there are for that. Like, have you ever seen like the conspiracy theories that exist about like, I think Keanu Reeves is one of them. I mean, I don't believe this stuff, obviously, but supposedly there are like there are conspiracy theorists that believe that there are like immortal actors that have lived since like the 1800s and look exactly the same as they did back then.
Did you ever see that one picture of Jay-Z? There was a guy that looked like Jay-Z from the I don't know, it was like the 30s or something, and it looked just like him. It's called I don't know.
No,
Doesn't
I'll
matter.
pull that up though. But yeah, it's just like these weird theories that go around, and like I would think, well, that's stupid, but look at these people. They've been around for like they've like literally some of them have not aged in 25 years, like Beck, for example, 26 years.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's just real hard to like. It's real hard to kind of as stupid as I think it is. As stupid as I think it is, it's really hard not to be like, well, So.
Oh, here we go. I wonder if I
What?
could share the screen.
You should be able to. I
Yeah.
think I gave you the ability. You go ahead.
There's a share screen, but I just got to figure out how to do it. Can you see it?
I can't
No,
yet.
right?
I'll let you know when I see it.
Okay.
Shares drinking
Sorry.
Yep, probably.
Easiest with 2 monitors.
Yeah, here you go. I got you.
Is
Wait,
that it?
that was mine. Sorry. I thought yours. I'm gonna put mine off so I don't. I actually no, because it has my
Nah,
name under it.
cancel it. I don't know what I'm doing anyway. Or Microsoft
Oh,
Edge tab.
do you
Okay.
want me to just send me the link that you want to share in the private chat if
All
you'd
right.
like.
All right. How do I get out of here? Okay, cancel. Let me see. Here, I'll send you. Where do you want me to send it?
Just use the private chat in StreamYard if you want.
Oh, okay. Here you go.
All right.
Pull
You're
that up.
also here. You go.
That's just one of them. There's other ones that you can see it better, but that's one of them.
Yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's
I'm gonna.
it's from the
I'll
the
pull that
30s
up.
or something. There's a bunch of them. If you
What
just
the
type it in
hell?
Jay-Z, just type in Jay-Z lookalike, past lookalike. That's what I did.
Jay-Z pass lookalike. We'll see what's. I bet you Google will bring up even more. Because this is DuckDuckGo.
That's DuckDuckGo. Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yeah, so I'm
yeah,
sure it's
DuckDuckGo
gonna
is
be.
just more reliable, but yeah, Google should have them too. Absolutely.
I wonder how many of these celebrity lookalikes there actually are, and maybe they're being planted to like. Maybe these pictures are
I
being
can't think
planted
of
or
other ones, but
doctored.
right off the top of my head, yeah, they're out there.
Jay's. Here, I'll put my screen back up so y'all see what I'm searching. Let me see something. What did I just do? I have to go back into my StreamYard window because I did remove the thing. There. See, I almost know how to run a podcast. Almost.
We're getting there.
Yeah, let me pull this up real quick. But y'all don't have to watch me not type very well.
Yeah.
Oh man, look at this. It's
Yeah,
definitely
that's the one where it
creepy as
shows them
fuck.
spitting.
Yeah,
Looks just like them.
it really
There's a Justin
does.
Timberlake one, if that's real, and Eddie Murphy.
So yeah, you see like I
But
found
the
out about
Jay-Z one
these.
is real. I don't know about the other ones.
Yeah, okay.
I think this one, the Eddie Murphy and Justin Timberlake one looks fake. I've never seen them before, but the Jay-Z one's been around for years. And that's like a
Yeah.
real deal picture. That's real.
How did they so
Because they were talking about time travel and all that since 1939. Time travel. Yeah. Spitting image.
yeah, that looks really real. I don't know if I believe the Eddie Murphy like that looks like it is real. But like
Yeah,
the
but
Eddie
I've
Murphy
never
one looks
seen that.
fake.
Yeah.
And then
The Justin Timberlake one next to it looks fake. But this Jay-Z one is real. That's been
yeah.
around for years.
Then there's like the Keanu Reeves one. Cause that's the one that I was hearing. That's the one that I heard about first time I heard about this theory.
Yeah, he didn't age too much either, yeah.
I don't know how to spell these freaking people's names.
Hell, Uncool says demons time travel. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Makes a lot of sense.
So you think like uncool? You think it's possible that these people are just either demons or demon possessed, like demons? But the only thing that kind of makes it hard for me is, or perhaps it's this. Now this could be a completely wild out there theory. I don't know if I'd believe this or not, but I guess one way that somebody could potentially explain that is if like somehow like the demons Oh crap. I don't know how to explain it. So like what if the demons like possess babies and then they like and then they grow up to be the exact look exactly like the shell that they had before when the last
Yeah.
human they took died or something.
Yeah, I was thinking more like fallen angels, like inhibiting, like, bodies, like
Yeah, that's what I was trying to
jumping
say.
into
I'm
a
just
body,
fucking
like and just having a life through it.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. I just said it very poorly.
Yeah, like all the wicked bloodlines that were wiped out, but then came back again, like, type thing.
Oh, hey, there's eyes to see.
Yeah, Ice to See is in here. He's Nicolas Cage talking about.
Okay.
That's another one.
I'll look up Nicolas Cage.
Yeah, pull up Nicolas Cage.
All right, since we've like completely lost the plot of the stream.
That's okay.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying that in a good way. Like
Yeah, it is good.
I'm kind of enjoying this because it's like Nicolas Cage.
Yep.
I don't know how to
Yeah, you can
spell
only
these
talk about
fucking-
shitty New Jersey for so long.
Yeah, I think it's fine. I think it's fine if we lose the plot of the of these shows sometimes.
Doppelgangsters.
Doppelgangsters. How do you spell this fucking guy's name? Here. You know what I'm gonna do?
Colas.
You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna just copy and paste it into this fucking thing here. Nephilim Bloodlines. Nicholas. Yeah. Okay. You know what? Never mind. Can you spell it? Can you spell it for me?
Nicolas.
I-C-O.
There it is. It's right there. It just popped up.
Oh,
Right
thank you.
there.
Thank
Yeah.
you. Oh, Google already knows what we're looking for. Look at that. Did you see right before I clicked?
Yeah, there you go.
Nicolas Cage lookalike. Let's see.
Eyes to see, that's for sure. He's got them.
Yeah,
Eyes to
he
see
does.
has eyes to see.
Yeah, he does.
Look at the Matthew
Yo,
McConaughey one from the
What
Civil
the
War.
fuck?
That's funny too. Ew, that
What
is
the
weird.
fuck, man?
Are these real pictures? I don't know, man.
I get
Like,
maybe like I
They
don't
look
know.
like it. They look like almost like the same person, but definitely very, very similar. Yeah. Look at Harry Potter
What the hell, bro?
as a woman. That's funny.
Who's this one? Who's this one?
Which
Is
one?
it like the one I just clicked on?
Oh, that's Eddie Murphy again.
Oh fuck. Look at this. What the fuck?
Who the hell is that guy next to Lincoln? I don't know that one.
I don't know either. That's my question.
He's an ugly guy, though.
Yeah, he's an ugly motherfucker.
Yeah, he is. I'm not saying I'm
Ugly.
the cutest. I'm not the cutest guy in the world, but I don't look like him.
Yeah, I think we should all be glad that we don't look like him.
No. Looks like somebody punched him in the face a couple times.
They broke his jaw.
They took my job.
They broke his dog. Oh man. Oh, the rabbit. Like, you guys just watched. You guys just watched like half of my time on the internet in real time. Where I just find these really weird rabbit holes and I just fall down them. They're perfecting Uncool Paranoia says they're perfecting synthetic human possession. So by the time the Antichrist is revealed, he'll have no problem inhabiting someone or something like a golem. Oh, interesting. Yeah, I think like that could be a totally plausible
Yeah.
thing. I just thought maybe like I don't know. I was always
I don't
under the
deny it.
impression that you'd have to like because the devil can't create anything. So like
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, and he's the one running the world right now, so he's got to use every trick and tactic in his playbook.
Yeah, he does. So yeah, that's a good point though. Like I've never been particularly I've never really fell down the celebrity rabbit hole that much. Like I obviously, you know, like a lot of people, my whole awakening kind of started with the Bible, and then and then I started looking into the Illuminati and all that stuff. But
Mhm.
like even at the time, even though at the time I was like, it was weird for a while. Like I was Christian when I started, and then I wasn't Christian, and then I was Christian, and now now I'm back to being Christian again. I went full circle. But like the only time I really ever paid any attention to the celebrities a little bit was because when I first started this, I fell down the biblical rabbit hole, and then I fell down the like Illuminati rabbit hole, and that was pretty much my extent of it. But I never really paid that much attention to the celebrity stuff. But there are a
Well,
lot of interesting theories around celebrities.
yeah, and they're the ones being used to push all the agendas on people. We got that we got that concert coming up, right?
What was the Global Citizen one?
Yeah, Global Citizen. They did the one Jeff covered one a while back, and now they're doing
Yeah,
another one
like
to get the
last
shot.
year or
Yeah,
something.
but now it's to get the shots, right?
Okay. Yeah, but I don't know. It's just I don't know. I'm not very like I'm starting to think that maybe I do need to be a little bit more educated on this fallen angel stuff because for a long time I kind of looked at like a lot of the stuff that people were saying about the Nephilim and stuff and thought, well, complete psyops or whatever. But I guess there's like more to it than I really wanted to.
Well, it's biblical. I mean,
Well,
it is
yeah.
biblical.
Yeah, it is biblical, but I just thought, there were like some certain things. There were like certain things that I just didn't really
Yeah,
didn't really believe, so I would kind
you
of
thought you seemed a bit far out to you probably at the time, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
it did.
But
It
I
did.
mean, there's always been different bloodlines, and I mean Noah,
Yeah.
in the days of Noah, they wiped out they wiped them out because they were, the giants and stuff. But for some
Yeah.
reason, I don't know, they came back into existence
Oh
even with
shit.
the flood, even with the flood. So
Yo, check out what Uncool Paranoia just said. She said CERN just reported that they are going to resurrect an ancient god using cloned DNA. It's a very deep rabbit hole for sure. Well, you know what? To be honest, I'm gonna start looking into that stuff because I think it's probably connected with the other thing that I had talked to Sean about the other night, the certain deception that might be coming.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I think
But yeah, like I
that
said, you guys do a show on that. I'll take
yeah,
myself out of that one because
yeah, that needs to be a podcast of its own.
I don't have as much knowledge as some of you people do in our group. So
Yeah.
I'll let you guys tackle that. I'll listen.
I'll admit that I have started looking back into it again, but to be honest with you guys, like in when I first discovered all that stuff, it was something that I didn't really feel like I needed to worry about at the time or look into too far. But nowadays I'm kind of thinking that maybe I do need to. Also, Uncool Paranoia, if you'd like to come on to one of my streams one time and go down this the bloodline rabbit hole and stuff with me, I'd be more than happy to have you on here. Not this particular show, but one of my streams. Open the bottomless pit. Oh, I mean, she believes that CERN will open the bottomless pit. That's a very good possibility. Because if you think about it, they're doing all this stuff underground, which I do know about. And I've never, I used to watch the Science Channel right when they were at first like kind of starting to tell the public about this. And if you know anything about CERN, you know that it's all underground and all that stuff.
Mhm.
So, like, there's a good chance that perhaps CERN will open the bottomless pit, especially because CERN is messing with all these different particles and like black holes and shit like that. So that's a good point. I haven't really thought about, like, again, it's something like the CERN things, or some things that I used to, I used to listen to, like, Richie from Boston and stuff, and a couple other people like that, where, like, and you would hear things about CERN coming up once in a while, but again, it's just not something I really followed that often. And
We got
obviously
enough
I
to
need
worry
to do
about
that.
right now, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
because, like, I'll admit,
that's
like, 20.
speculation more so. I mean, than what's actually going on right now that you could see in real
Yeah,
time. But yeah, I mean, there's definitely a lot to that. But right now, we know what's in our face. That's coming,
exactly,
probably, maybe. Who knows? You know. Yeah,
exactly.
we'll see, right? All I know is what's going on now, and it's not good.
Yeah, I mean, I've been
Yeah.
thinking about it. Like, I've been thinking about this a lot, like, right? Because, like, right now, like, not for nothing, and I'm not saying that we're not doing an important thing, and I'm not, with my other streams and stuff, I'm not saying, but, like, sometimes I wonder if maybe I'm focusing too much on what's going on at a material level. I mean, I am working on some, like, just standalone videos where I dive into some of these more, like, meta type topics, but
Yeah.
sometimes I wonder if maybe sometimes I focus too much on what is happening materially, but then I also wonder if, like, some new person finds my channel, are they going to be like, well, this guy's got, like, he's got an idea, but then all of a sudden talk about aliens or something. It's like, oh well, crazy conspiracy theorist. So I just wonder what to do with that.
I don't know.
Yeah. In the end, New World
Whatever you
Order.
want to do, honestly, it's your channel. Do whatever it's in your
Yeah,
heart.
I don't know. I've just been thinking about these types of things for a while, because it's like
No, I feel you.
I just want to do things that are gonna help, and I'm also kind of working on some more, like, encouraging content, I guess, like, where, like, there are actual changes that one can make in their life and the world around them. Like, it's not a solution. I don't claim to have solutions to anything New World Order related, but, like, you know what I mean? Like, where it's just not all, hey,
I
we're
know
all
what you mean.
doomed.
Like,
Yeah.
yeah, like Friday, I was trying to put a lot of positivity into that stream. Talk about,
Yeah.
how to treat people and how to live,
Yeah,
It
that's
wasn't
the
just gloom
important.
and doom.
Yeah,
Yeah,
cuz that's the important stuff.
it's
And, like, we need
definitely
to
how you treat people and how you talk to people. Yeah.
Yeah, that was the point. That was kind of the point of that stream, even though it kind of started off, like, a little bit weird. That was the point of my stream, where I was really just trying to, like, put it out there to people, where I'm just like, hey, where do we go from here? What can we do to, like, be more positive? Because, like, obviously the Meanwhile in New Jersey stream was, like, like, some of these streams do get a little bit negative. So it's just like, I wanted to, like, try to reach out to people and think about, like, what we as humans do in our daily lives to fight fight the war on our humanity, basically.
Yeah. It's all balance, Hell. It's all balance.
Yeah, it is. Like, I think it is important that we do talk about the painful truths, but at the same time, it's like, you don't want to be you don't want to be one side of the doomers and the other, because sometimes I really have trouble differentiating between, like, let's say, a COVID doomer and just somebody who thinks, oh, we're all doomed because this or that. It doesn't matter what the reasoning is. You really shouldn't be walking around with that doomer attitude, because if you do, you're going to manifest the nightmare that you're already living in. So,
No, what's that? What's the phrase that Jeff always said? Be the change you want to see, right?
yeah, that's important, man.
So,
Anyway, uh
you want to wrap it up soon?
yeah, I think it's good for now. I think we've covered a lot today.
Yeah, it's been a
definitely
long
be.
day. I've been up since the
Also,
morning.
yeah, so have I. Anyway, actually, I was gonna run this by people. My work schedule got changed. We were gonna do this originally on like Sundays or Mondays, possibly. We could still actually we still probably could do it
No,
on a Monday
Fridays we
night.
were gonna do it. Remember, the
Well,
one
yeah.
kid asked us
Oh,
that was on our stream? Yeah.
oh yeah. It was Fridays for this one. For this one, but I must have forgot because I was gonna start doing another stream on a different day, or other
Okay.
streams on different days. But like Fridays, yeah, I think we're gonna stick with the Friday thing because I think people like the Friday night ones.
Yeah, not the Jersey one, just like a regular Friday one, right?
Yeah, something like I don't know.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It depends because like I guess we'll figure out like what day because I thought either Friday or Monday for the Jersey one.
Yeah. Friday we could do like we did last time and bring like, that other guy on. What was his name?
Uh, DC,
DC. I thought, yeah. Or was it CD? DC or yeah.
DC, DC.
DC. Okay. Yeah, he was
Um,
really nice. Yeah.
yeah, I like
Okay.
that guy. He's cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I guess the next one I want to do, because I've like a couple of guests and stuff lined up for the next couple that I wanted to do.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
I'll take a
s-
break. I don't care, man. Whenever
no,
you
I
need me
mean
for
it's up
something,
to
I'll be there.
it's up to you, man. Like you can always let me know because I always let you know when I'm doing podcasts. You can be like, I want to listen or I want to jump in or whatever. But like, I'm just trying to because this is like my platform and stuff. I'm trying to give as many people a voice as possible, as well as just giving other things. Because I have a solo show planned soon too that I've been working on. It's just gonna be a lot to get through, so I've been kind of putting it off.
Okay. Sounds good.
Anyway, so like, what days of the week for you guys that are here in chat? What days of the week work best for you? Because like, I am kind of trying to work with my work schedule being the way it is now, and for at least the next month it's going to be like this. I don't know if I'll get my old schedule back or not, but if anybody has any ideas of what day of the week we can, works best for you guys, I'd like to hear it. That was weird. I didn't mean to do that. Um Anyway, so like you guys can definitely give me an idea of like what days work for people that are here, and then also if any of you guys do not have me on Discord or you don't want to get a Discord or whatever, you guys can also send me stuff on Twitter. I'm at y'all need to think. So that works. Anyway, cool. I'll wait for some answers on that. Uh why is one of your chat messages on the bottom of the screen, Sean?
You did it. I don't know. I thought you did it.
Oh, wait a minute.
I wanted you to take it off, but I didn't want to interrupt you.
I know what this does. I think I know what this button that I hit earlier does. Let me see. Oh
It's
my
for
god,
people in the chat. Yeah.
that's
You
what
can
it
bring up.
does.
Yeah. See, you can bring that up. Yeah, there's uncool. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Now you learned something new. There you
Yeah, I'm already becoming less of a boomer. You guys can
go.
see it in real life. You guys probably wouldn't. You guys
You're
probably
too
wouldn't
young to be
believe
a
me.
boomer.
Dude, like I stream like a boomer. It doesn't matter. Boomer is a mindset.
I'm more of a boomer than you.
I know. That's
I
the
don't even
sad
know
part.
how to do a stream yet. I'm still trying to learn. I was
Yeah,
watching the
man, you'll
video.
figure it out.
Yeah. I'll have to practice first.
Yeah, for sure. I think we're both. I think I'm definitely gonna have to have my shit together a little bit more for the next one.
Yeah.
Any other weird shit you guys want me to Google before I go? Because I just the celebrity lookalike rabbit hole is definitely an interesting one. Gets pretty weird pretty quick.
I know there's a Murphy lookalike.
A Murphy look. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a big horse.
Yeah. Oh, that's gonna be the thumbnail for the next Jersey show. I'm gonna put a nice little face comparison. That'll be the next thumbnail for the Jersey show. Thanks for the
Or
idea.
just put his head on a horse.
A horse, a horse, a horse is a no. Of course, a horse is a horse. Of course. Ah, fuck my life. I can't say that. It's like a whole tongue twister.
Yeah, it's all right. It's late. It's late.
Jake,
Your brain's probably not
yeah,
firing right now.
yeah.
Mine's slowing down.
Jake said he got called a boomer the other day for not knowing how to close apps on an iPad. Well, thanks for making me feel a little bit better, Jake. Alright,
Yeah,
yeah.
there
So
you go.
anyway, I have work in the morning, so I am gonna wrap this up now.
I have stuff in the morning too. Yep, I feel you.
Yeah, I'm gonna go friggin' get my stuff ready for work and go to bed. You guys have a wonderful night. Thank you for sticking
Yes.
through whatever this crazy stream was tonight.
Yeah,
It
we
was a fun.
appreciate
It
you
was a
guys.
fun time. It was a pretty fun time.
Thank you.
Thank you. You guys have a wonderful night.
All right, bye bye.
Bye. Nice. Mash the buttons. Alright. I'm gonna go before I get too distracted. Okay, thank you for the input on the day of week to do this, by the way. You're flexible, like Mark. Alright, thank you. Sarah Foster, that's a good point. Before I go, I'm just gonna read that. That's true. God's in control. Don't focus so much on the shit show. Look for the good. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm trying to do right now with everything going on the way it is. I don't ever because I feel like that is how the mainstream media works to begin with. I don't ever want to be focusing entirely on the doom and gloom. And I feel like a lot of truth channels, as I was saying the other night, a lot of truth channels do that unintentionally. So I don't want to be with the negative feed on social media and stuff like that. I just don't want to be a part of that. So that is a good point. God is in control. It's important to keep your faith. And yeah, that's a good note to end it on. You guys have a wonderful night. If I can exit this thing properly. Jesus Christ. Okay. Not good.